My name is Diane Rohac. I'm a registered dietitian with Biobi Health, and this video will show you how to use the attached document called the Cardiometabolic Food Plan. Biobi Health is laser focused on metabolic function, so that's why our core food plan is also cardiometabolic, while providing enough nutrients for daily activity. It will help you implement a low glycemic index, anti-inflammatory, phytonutrient-rich diet to stabilize blood sugar, minimize insulin secretion, and reduce secondary inflammation. It focuses on minimally processed foods that are high in fiber and quality fats, low in simple sugars, rich in phytonutrients, and anti-inflammatory ingredients. The 1,400 to 1,800 calorie food plan provides sufficient calories and protein for the average, moderately active woman and the older and less active man. Most men and active women will require the 1,800 to 2,200 calorie food plan. If you're unsure of your specific calorie or protein requirements, please reach out to us with your question in Slack. You will see that there are 10 food categories in total, with proteins, legumes, dairy and alternatives, nuts and seeds, as well as fats and oils on the first page, and non-starchy vegetables, starchy vegetables, fruits, whole grains, as well as beverages, spices, and condiments on the second page. Each food category shows its main macronutrients, such as protein, carbohydrates, and fats, for items on the first page, and mostly carbohydrates for the categories on the second page. The items highlighted in teal indicate preferred therapeutic foods. Feel free to print the plan out, circle, highlight, and cross out different foods, as the ultimate goal is for you to have a personalized food plan that fits in with your lifestyle and food preferences, as well as a personalized supplement protocol. This plan provides 9 to 10 servings of protein foods per day and encourages lean, free-range, grass-fed and finished, organically grown animal protein, non-GMO organic plant protein, and wild-caught low-mercury fish. Examples are beef, bison, elk, lamb, venison, skinless poultry, free-range eggs, cheese, with an emphasis on fish and shellfish, especially salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring, otherwise known by the acronym SMASH, as well as plant proteins such as tofu, tempeh, and natto. The measurements for each protein source are listed next to the food item and are equivalent to 5 to 7 grams of protein per serving. As a rule of thumb, the average cooked meat serving is 3 to 4 ounces and the size of a deck of cards. Aim to have at least 2 servings of smashed fish per week to meet your omega-3 fatty acid requirements, and increase your intake of plant proteins in order to reduce animal protein intake. In the legumes group, we recommend a minimum of 1 to 2 servings per day, with organic and non-GMO preferred. Examples of these would be any type of dried beans, peas, and lentils, with an emphasis on black soybeans and edamame. Servings for this group vary from 1/4 to 3/4 of a cup. An easy and economical way to have legumes on hand is to purchase them dried, soak them, and cook them in a pressure cooker or Instapot. You may then make 1 3/4 cup portions equivalent to a 398 gram can, which is a typical amount used in recipes. These ready-to-use portions may then be frozen in glass containers or BPA-free freezer bags for future use. The dairy and alternatives group emphasizes unsweetened and organic versions, and examples of these are dairy milk, plant-based milks, and yogurt, with preferred choices being kefir and Greek yogurt for its probiotic provision, as well as soy milk and yogurt for their higher protein content. Servings vary from 4 to 8 ounces. Nuts and seeds are also a good protein and healthy fat source, and in this group we encourage the unsweetened, unsalted, and organic versions. Choose from walnuts, almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts, pecans, pistachios, hazelnuts, hemp seeds, soy nuts, and ground flax and chia seeds, which the grinding of helps deliver increased absorption of alpha lipoic acid, or ALA, which has antioxidant properties. Servings for this group are smaller due to the nutrient density and high fat content. The fats and oils group emphasizes choices that are minimally refined, cold pressed, organic, and non-GMO. They come in the form of avocado, butter, chocolate, coconut milk, mayonnaise, olives, as well as cooking and salad oils, with the preferred choices being extra virgin olive oil for use in salad dressings and low temperature cooking, and avocado oil for higher temperature cooking or when a milder taste is desired. These foods mostly consist of fat and are limited to 4 servings per day, with servings measuring 1 teaspoon to 3 tablespoons. Consider making your salad dressings with a nut or seed butter instead of oil to increase the nutrient density. For the non-starchy vegetables group, an easy visual way to ensure an adequate intake is to fill half of your plate with choices from this group. Choosing some in raw and others in cooked form provides a greater variety of nutrients. For example, tomatoes provide vitamin C in raw form and lycopene in cooked form. Preferred choices from this group are garlic, onions, shallots, artichokes, beets, celery, greens, including beet, collard, kale, dandelion, mustard, and others, spinach, chard, lettuce, microgreens, parsley, Chinese cabbage, and watercress. Servings vary from a half a cup to 1 cup for raw greens, and items are low in carbohydrates. Starchy vegetables are higher in carbohydrates and are limited to 1 serving per day on this food plan, which represents a half to 1 cup per serving. They include winter squashes, plantain, yams, potatoes, and other root vegetables such as parsnips, turnips, and rutabaga. Consider removing this category if you're aiming to further minimize impact on your glycemic load. Fruits are preferable to be consumed whole and in their raw form. Blueberries and pomegranates are stars in this group. For reduced glycemic impact, limit your intake to 2 servings per day and avoid dried and juiced fruit. In the whole grains group, we emphasize unsweetened, sprouted, and organic versions. Gluten-free choices include quinoa, rice, millet, buckwheat, amaranth, and teff, with steel-cut oats as a preferred choice. In the gluten-containing group, barley's the star. When choosing breads, look for sprouted whole grain varieties which contain more protein and fiber and have a lower glycemic load. For another way to reduce glycemic impact and better tolerance for certain people sensitive to wheat, consuming sourdough bread and pasta made from European wheat flour can reduce symptoms. This type of flour is not intended for people with celiac disease who must avoid all gluten-containing grains. If you're consuming crackers, take the time to read labels and choose items with higher fiber content and less sodium, removing this category if you're aiming to further minimize impact on your glycemic load. Other choices on the cardiometabolic food plan includes unsweetened, no sugar added beverages, spices, and condiments. When choosing foods that are made from a combination of categories, pay attention to the quality of the ingredients and avoid purchasing foods containing hydrogenated fats, seed oils, as well as excess sodium and sugar. This plan details an optimal way to eat to support health and is what we encourage people to strive towards in making more nutritious and beneficial food choices. Use it by identifying where you may be lacking in either serving sizes or variety from the various food groups, and challenge yourself to integrate more nutritious choices more often. An easy and visual way to ensure your meals are well balanced and nutritionally adequate is to use the half plate method. This is where you fill half of your plate with non-starchy vegetables. Then fill 1/4 of your plate with either starchy vegetables or choices from the whole grains category. The last quarter should contain a protein source. We encourage you to also add other choices from the cardiometabolic food plan to enhance the palatability of your meals and create greater variety. And remember, we're all human, and we eat for many reasons other than meeting our nutritional requirements. In supporting our other needs, such as emotional comfort, social connections, cultural traditions, and the simple enjoyment of taste and texture, we all continue to make choices outside of these recommendations, and that's okay. Please watch our other videos that provide a deeper dive into each macronutrient, including protein, fat, and carbohydrates, as well as our last video that details information about micronutrients, including vitamins, minerals, and other phytonutrients.